I don't like debt. I'm afraid of debt. And I know that if I'm going to stick in real estate investment, I'm going to have what we call good debt.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a tendency to pay my bills off in lump sums when feasible. And I usually have that opportunity about 3 times a year.
Right.
So I'll take a car payment. I might have 14,000 left or whatever, and I'll just pay it down.
Right.
Now, if I can't pay it off, I'll pay it to some far date in the future. The way my bank works. So right now I have a vehicle. My payment was super high because my husband was super greedy with this truck that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like $900 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never paid that much for any vehicle, but he bought the cream of the crop, crappy truck, whatever this thing is.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm fussing because he's listening.
Okay.
So we paid it down in big chunks to the point where, although we've only owned the vehicle a year, I'm paid out to like November of 2023.
Right.
And what I do now is he randomly goes in and we make payments. We keep saying we're going to have like a steady amount or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've considered refinancing it because we got it all the way down to 30,000.
Right.
But I like the fact that I can pay it when I want to,
Mm-hmm.
not when the bank tells me to. So we've kind of left the loan there.
Okay, let's stop right there first. Okay, let's stop right there first. Here's what I'm going to recommend on this part here. Every month, at least make the minimum truck payment. Every month you skip, because when you're not paying off the loan just to pay it off, you're paying it off in a way that saves interest.
Okay.
Okay. So if you got it that far ahead, you're saving interest. Every month you don't make a payment, even though you're that far ahead, they recoup part of the interest you work so hard to save.
Right.
So
Right.
at least pay the minimum payment every month if you're not going to pay more. Okay. Go to the next thing.
All right. Well, that was more so my question. We've been making at least the interest payment every month or a portion of the true loan amount.
Yep.
The problem was, although I could make a $900 payment, I don't want $900 a month going out my house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I haven't been making that full payment.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying to figure out, was there a way to tackle just the principal as well when it comes to a vehicle like we do the house and do it that way?
There is. But like I said, anytime you don't make the full minimum payment, they're going to recoup some of that interest.
Okay.
Okay. And so we could take a look at that and come up with a plan that works for you. But it sounds like, from what I'm hearing from you, that there is enough money to make the payment. You just don't like making it.
That's correct.
Okay.
I don't like it.
All
I
right.
like my money to stretch differently into other things.
All right. So let's show you what's really going on in this game. All right. And Patrice, I'm glad you brought this up, because this is exactly what people need to hear today. So I need everybody to hone in on what you just said, is how do we pay our bills in a way that not only makes us feel good, but actually does us some good. All right. Because I asked the question in my book. All right. How much do you want to pay for your good feelings? So here's the thing. When you're paying off your debt and you're doing it the way you're doing it, here's what the answer you want to have. By doing it this way, am I paying the least amount of interest? So when you're making your choices, you're making choices based on how you feel about it and how things look. But are you making the choices based on how much interest you're actually paying or saving?
The latter for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. So would you like to know, if you were making a choice, would you like to know that it may not look good as far as paying down the loan the way that you would like or how fast, but what if you knew that you could pay it down cheaply at 50 to 75% off on the interest savings?
That would be good.
Okay. So now I'm going to put a car loan or truck loan on our screen here. I'm duplicating this. And so can you give me an idea? It doesn't have to be exact, but give me an idea of how much the truck loan started out as.
I think it was 70,000.
70,000. All right. And the interest rate?
4.69%.
4.69%. And what was the term? 72, 84?
85 months.
85 months. Okay. So we put in 85 months. All right. That's going to give me a payment of $969.47. Okay. So what we have here are interest payments that are $273 a month starting out. Now, you said you've paid this down to how much do you still owe?
I owe 31,483 now.
So I'm going down to 31,000. Okay, around 31,483. That would be in here. Okay.
I'm sorry, go back one sec. My original loan amount,
Yeah.
I was off. It was 60,000. So 59,723. So that actually would change the numbers a little bit.
Okay, 59,000.
723.
723. You know, I'm glad you said it because we can fix that easy. Here we go. Now our payment is 827.14.
That's right. Yeah. That's
Okay,
right.
there you go. So now our interest payments start out at 233 a month, 233.42 a month. And you said you're paid down to how much do we owe?
31,483.
31,483. So right around here where it would be 43 or 44, payment number 44 on your amortization schedule, but you paid it down there early. So your principal and your interest payment is $124.99. Do you have a mortgage right now?
I do.
I bet your mortgage interest cost is way more than $124.99.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't have a way to look it up while I'm on the phone.
That's okay.
Yes.
That's all right. I can kind of look that up for you. So if you had an idea of what is your interest rate on your mortgage?
3.5, I believe.
3.5. And how much did you borrow for the mortgage? Where did it start? Principal balance.
I just refinanced it.
Mhm.
What did we do? My brain is blank on the house. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Okay.
I think I did 260.
260. That's quite. That's good. We just need to have something close.
Yeah.
260 at 3.5 for 30 years.
Yes.
Okay. So now our principal and interest payment is 1167.52. That's just the principal and interest payment. Okay. All right. Now you just refinanced it when?
Literally 30 days ago.
30 days ago. Do you know how much you paid for your closing costs?
I don't remember. We did a cash out refinance. They took everything out of that.
Okay. It's usually around 8 to 10,000.
Yeah, it might be something like that.
Okay. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Right now, your interest payments on this loan are $758.33 starting out. Your interest payments on the truck right now are only $124. So here's what I need to tell you. If you paid extra, let's say on the line here, you paid an extra $704.89 on top of your regular payment. Okay, so you got to make the regular payment and then put another $704.89 on top of it. It only saves you $122.25 in interest
on my
truck.
Okay.
Right. So, but if you put that $700 on here, it will save you almost $1,400 in interest on your mortgage.
Okay.
So this is why I'm saying when you're focusing on paying on the loan or getting out of debt, to pay this off makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're saying, I'm knocking out these $125 payments, so I get rid of those in interest. Mm-hmm. Just so that I can give the bank everything it wants on its $758 interest payments.
Gotcha. I see.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.